It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back and a very good Monday morning to you. It's time for your Monday Tech Digest with Bryan Smith, who joins us, and we talk about the internet. Yes, we connect to it every single day, and in fact, some of you might just be watching us on YouTube right now via the internet. Now, at the moment, we connect via Wi-Fi networks, mobile networks, for like fiber, for example. But scientists are always looking forward, and this morning we discussed 3 ways in which we'll be connecting to the internet in the future. Exciting stuff. Bryan, good to have you. How are you, man?
Thank you for having me back. I'm great. Thank
Excellent. You. So satellites, right now, they are probably the most common way that internet is provided throughout the world. But how do you see them serving a purpose, or what role will they play in the future of internet connectivity?
A huge one. And this is really a topic that's close to my heart, because I think the internet is a great way to break down barriers of inequality and create a true global community. And satellites can go a really long way to doing this, given that they're agnostic in the sense that they don't rely on difficult terrain, whereas one might have challenges in putting down cellular infrastructure or ADSL copper cables, fiber cables for that. A popular story in recent weeks is that Tesla, Elon Musk's SpaceX company, has recently launched Starlink, which is going to be the array of satellites that orbit the Earth and can sort of provide a blanket-based internet coverage to various regions around the world.
Wow, and who knows, we might have so many satellites one day that we might have more solar eclipses. ever so frequently, every week. But drone technology is also one that's very popular these days. We saw that massive spectacle that was at the Winter Olympics, that they used drones to display one of the Olympic sign at. But of course, this can also play a part in internet connectivity once again.
Absolutely. So I think when people think of drones, they normally imagine the quadcopters one can now quite easily get in the store. And this, moreover, pertains to a different concept, perhaps best exemplified by Facebook's Aquila drone, which is a solar-powered drone designed to circulate around regions of the world and sort of blanket coverage Wi-Fi. And that's really used in scenarios where, let's say, terrain is difficult and cellular network providers can't provide easy coverage to these kind of areas. And the intention behind this really is to connect regions of the world that haven't been connected before.
Yes. And what about NASA pitching in with the idea of they have high altitude balloons that are helping to provide internet out there? That's also quite a massive contribution.
This is one of my favorite concepts, and in some corners of the internet this is called balloon-to-net. And it's perhaps best been exemplified by not only NASA but also by Google through what's called Project Loon, which is where they've developed high altitude weather balloons tethered to a ground station to provide broad-based internet coverage once again. And specifically, this has seen great utility in crisis response scenarios. In Puerto Rico, where recently infrastructure was destroyed in the event of natural disaster, they leveraged this technology to restore communications and assist relief efforts.
Wow,
so it definitely has huge utility in the future.
One can just imagine that by the powers combined of all these 3 factors we just spoke about now, that's just a whole world of internet happening around us. So then to the devices that we use to connect to the internet, and right now, smartphones, devices, laptops, obviously, where do you see the future of how we consume internet going?
I think the internet's going to become more experiential, and what I mean by that is it's going to be more touch-based, more interactive, and that'll happen through 2 things. The first is Internet of Things technology, where appliances will become smart devices, from kettles to televisions. We'll be able to interact with internet technology far more readily. And then secondly, through technologies like virtual reality and augmented reality, where you can wear a headset and overlay digital components over the real world, we'll start experiencing the internet as real content rather than just through a screen.
Yeah, quick Black Mirror question. How far are we from having devices implanted into the back of our necks? That
We're a little bit far away. We have some time to prepare.
Really? Not in our lifetime?
No, in our lifetime, but we've got some time to prepare.
I don't know. I don't think I'm ready. I'm not ready. Bryan, thank you very much. As always, appreciate your time. And of course, that's some exciting news from the world of technology. If you'd like to keep up with what is going on, take a look at our website, expressoshow.com.